Hey. Hey guys, welcome boys and girls to another episode of BubbleteaS Gaming. And today it will be a viewer request video by Marijus, Marijus from Horn. He wrote to me saying that, hey Bubbles, I watched your video and how come your grain, you have so many troops but your grain is keep on increasing. So to this effect, I figured that I answered him already, but I said, do you still need a video? And he said yes. So I thought like, hey, since he asked nicely and he was very nice about it, I thought I'm gonna make this video. So what is grain? So grain is basically the only resource that you get that has upkeep reduction. So if it doesn't matter how many troops you get, you're always going to be it doesn't matter how many grain you get, you're always gonna be negative grain, so you can't store grain. So this is the reason why some people PvP, like the reals PvP, they always must have a lot of grain packs, because grain is the only one that keeps getting reduced to zero in the past. So he asked me why, so I figured I'd make this video, but I explained everything from the start. So your grain cap doesn't matter. So the thing about so my production is about 2,750,000, so let's take it as 3 million per hour. So how do I get it? First is via the research. If you look at production, there's building mastery. Then if you look here in your farms, there is commander bonus, which is basically your commanders, your technology, and technology is your research. Your honor battle is the thing that you buy $10 a month for, VIP talent points, and lot equipment bonus. So you can increase your grain production via putting some talents in all of this just to have it grain. But right now you see I don't have any of those. I don't wear the gear equipment specifically to get the grain. My grain is still producing at 2,750,000 for partly due to the research and partly due to that most of my resource are actually grain. So that helps a lot, because one farm I think produces about 40k a second or some thing like that. But overall, and the Sheila, if you look at Sheila, grain production increased by 160. So we, along with everything, if you want to produce 2 million per hour grain, just convert all your resource to farms, and have Sheila at level 3. She gives you about 160. The relevant research, your lot, your VIP, which is here, also gives you some grain production, as you can see. And your VIP points somewhere also gives, the honor token also gives like grain production. So to get about 2 million production roughly, you can do all this. And if you really want to get more production, you can just go here and pop a scroll. So if I use this, I'm getting like 288. Not much difference. Okay, so this is the grain production part of the video, as you can see here. So research, farming, mastery, 80% production, grain all farm adds up to about 2 million from all this. This is the production part. Then with Sheila, you also include there. So but let's see how much. So let's say you get 3 million grain, 3 mil per hour, but one of your T4 troops is already eating, how do I show this? Yep, here. So if you look here, they're eating 4 per second or something. So 3 million per hour divided by 4. You're looking at about what, 600k? So the moment you have 600k T4, your grain production is gonna get 0 already. So that means no matter how much you produce, you can't produce enough to feed your troops. So imagine like a big castle has like million troops. So your grain cannot go negative. It's always at 0, so it doesn't go negative. This one a lot of people find out later in the game. When I first started out, I thought grain would be negative. So as you see from my videos, I have about a lot of troops, 28 million troops, and I still able to produce grain is because like because of this thing called the hourly upkeep. So Sheila at level 4, once you get her to level 4, not level 3, her awakening skill is upkeep reduction reduced by 50%. So in order, so 50%, so my hourly upkeep minus 50%, then in order to compensate for the next 50%, I just pop this scroll by 50%. So if you on this dude, if you have Sheila level 4 and you do your grain upkeep reduction by 50%, is 100% reduction, you're getting no grain loss. So so Sheila makes all your troops eat invisible air. Then once her reduction per hour is 0, I make about 3 million per hour, and it's not too bad, and I have resource outs, so I can store grain. But every 7 days, usually on a Sunday, I'll redo my upkeep game. So my upkeep reduction for grain is always 100% throughout the game. Unless I forget, I oversleep, and poof, it goes. Okay, so to recap the video, if you really want to have grain increasing, these are the things you can do. Your research and your building, and if you really want, you can change your gear. The farming gear has something that gives you 10%. So once you do that, like me, you have all your farms at Sheila level 4, you're getting about 3 million grain per hour, which is pretty cool. Sometimes I go to sleep, I wake up, I have like grain, I don't need to hit my outs. Then once you have like your upkeep, when you have 800k T4, your whole army eats your grain. All you have to do is get Sheila to level 4 and open the upkeep reduction. 50% plus 50% equals 100. So hourly upkeep 0, and your production is 3 million. You're getting 3 million per hour. 1 night sleep, wake up, I'm getting about 21. Full day's worth, I get my grain limit already about 50. So I hope this answers your question, Marijas. So it's Marijas. Marijas from Horn. Thanks for watching my video and being a fan. I hope this video helps. And want to answer your question, Sheila level 3 doesn't help. It has to be level 4 to get 50%, and you just pop the upkeep reduction when I showed you in the video and you get 50%. You can be like me and design your castle to hold grain and produce grain while you sleep, and you get about 3 million per hour. So I hope this helps you in answering your question, and one love, peace out.